Today we have Donatello, which is my favorite turtle, as the Invisible Man. I think this figure looks really nice. So I had ordered him from Big Bad Toy Store, but I canceled it, realizing that Toys in the Box, my favorite toy store around me, had it, and cheaper too. I love these old movie posters. I think they're really cool. I love those old monster movies from back in the day, so this is a good touch. But, you know, even me loving the box, this box is in the trash. I can't keep all my boxes. There's just no way. If you're anything like me, you'll get one figure and you have to get them all. So you're watching this review because you want to see really nicely detailed shots of the figure. But you already probably made your decision that you're going to buy it. So these are the hands that he comes with. They're like punching hands. They're pretty standard, I think, but they still look really nice. He's got these gloves on. They look good. His second pair of hands are used to hold his bow staff. You can see right there, they look pretty good. His goggles are another accessory he's got, and his bow staff, I would say accessory number 2. The detail on this bow staff, I mean, you can see for yourself right there. You don't need me describing it, but it looks good. Good. His third pair of hands are his translucent hands because he's invisible. So his translucent hands can also hold his staff. So you got options here to have him fight other characters as the Invisible Man. His fourth pair of hands have this little pointy finger there, which is kind of fun, right? You'd be like, I'm gonna get you. And he's got this crazy hand over here. Actually, they're both his crazy hands. What do you think? What else could you call it? I don't know. But they look pretty good too, I think. He's got 2 pair of feet. I've never seen that before. These feet are translucent, but they're wrapped in bandages. These are not, and they look like he's the Invisible Turtle. This one head sculpt, it kind of feels like it's 2, because when you remove the goggles, he's got a totally different look, and I like them both. He's got pretty good head articulation. So right here, he's looking right at you. I move him to the right. I mean, you can probably go all the way around. He is a monster, but not that kind of monster. He's just invisible, but he looks good. And oh, you see, his goggles came off. Up, that's how much he can look up, and then down. So he's got some range, not a whole lot, but you know, a decent amount. This head sculpt is interesting. Reminds me of Nightmare Before Christmas somehow. Yeah, but he's got the crazy hair going on. I'm not sure. I mean, he is crazy. He's like a mad scientist, right? That turned himself invisible. So I know that there's 1,000 toy reviewers on YouTube, and I'm just one of them. I'm actually new. But the way I'm trying to differentiate myself is to show you these extreme close-ups. Look at the detail in such clarity so you can see what this figure is all about. The next best thing to actually watching my videos is to actually hold the figure in your hand. You can see it right there, every little perfect detail. His translucent shell is super cool. He's got that pizza in there. I wasn't expecting that, but that's pretty cool. I like that a lot, actually. So you already know he looks great, but like with all NECA figures, I feel like the kind of letdown would be in the articulation. They go more for the looks, which is fine, but I wish it articulated better. His arms, they can go that high, it's pretty good. They can go that low, that's also pretty good. He can bend his elbows right about there. I did have a hard time with his right arm twisting it. I thought I was gonna break it, but I didn't. His waistband does not get restricted by the coat very much, surprisingly. But his coat is semi-soft, so it does not allow for more leg articulation than that right there. And for a turtle, you feel like he could do the splits, right? But not this turtle, not in that coat. That hat, it barely stays on, but it looks cool. You could probably use it for other figures. It's kind of a cool fedora. What do you think? One of the biggest reasons I buy figures is to photograph them, so the fact that they come with all these cool little accessories that can be kind of used with other figures, I can dig that. I like that. And for what, $33 that this figure costs is kind of crazy. Like, how? Well, I know how they don't do the articulation very well, but they do enough articulation that it's totally worth $33 compared to what other figures cost. This is a freaking steal, I think. I mean, there's no question about it. He looks amazing. I give this guy a 9 out of 10 for how he looks. The accessories, he's got a bunch of them too, and for the price, I want to say 8 out of 10, maybe even 9, but I'll stick to the 8. And for the articulation, that's when he kind of falls apart a little bit because of that coat. And you know, I want to pose him in different ways, and I feel like it's going to be really difficult to do that. Here he is next to a Mafex Joker and a McFarlane Batman. I think it scales pretty good. What do you think? For those of you that are photographers, this setup here is so simple. It's ridiculously simple, but I think it looks cool for a quick photo. It could look a lot cooler if you took the time to put a little bit more props and setup, but I don't really have that kind of time. So a good question is, where do you get this guy? On Entertainment Earth, he is $34.99 and he's not even available. That place never has what I want. It's crazy. Big Bad Toy Store has him for $37.99 and he's not available either. I mean, come on. Target has these things. Why doesn't Big Bad Toy Store? I suppose if you want them that bad right now, you can pay $48.75 on Amazon. This is one of those times where Amazon does not have the best price. But I'll tell you who does. Toys in the Box in Montebello, California. This place is so cool. I discovered it not too long ago. Look at that. It is only $32.99. You can order it online. If you're local, you can go pick it up. Let me know if you're going. Maybe we can meet up and hang out, talk about toys. Alright, thank you guys. Please subscribe. These videos take so long to do, much longer than I thought. Thanks.